Hello friends and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. So in this episode, let's talk about the real money, hard-earned money. And specifically, I want to talk about the question, so how much money do Trek and Specialized make in UK? So this is all publicly available data, and I will leave the links to the company's house financial accounts in the video description below, so you can go and really, read into the details of these financial statements. For now, I will just report the highlights from these two financial statements. One is from the Trek Bicycle Corporation Limited, registered in UK, and also from the Specialized UK Limited. So let's start with the Trek Bicycle Corporation Limited. So these financial accounts are for the full year ending in December 2022. So this is the full 2022 financial year. So let me just find the first numbers and we can really go through them and see some major highlights of their financial statement, because I believe it's going to be very interesting to see some real world numbers. Okay, so here we are. The statement of the income for the full 12 months of the 2022 year, and also here you can see in another column the kind of full financial statement for the also 2021 season. So let's go through the year 2022. So the turnover of Trek bicycles in UK was £163.2 million, out of which the cost of sales was £125.8 million. So you see there's a huge cost of sales if you want to sell, bicycles and accessories, which leaves the Trek with the gross profit of £37.4 million for the 2022 year. When you briefly compare this with the year 2021, you would see that the turnover was £157.5 million and the cost of sales was £117.3 million, which leaves the Trek with £40.1 million in gross profit. Now, when you deduct some of other, costs and expenses from the gross profit, the profit before tax for the 2022 year for the Trek in UK was £9.47 million. Also on that, of course, you have to pay the UK corporation tax, which is 19%. But in this case, in the season 2022, Trek got some tax return from the HMRC in UK, which was, £15.4 million. And that's why in this year 2022, the total profit for that financial period for the Trek was, in my opinion, astonishing £24.9 million. Okay, but if you look at the year 2021, which is a bit more realistic because they didn't have this huge tax return, so in 2021, as I was saying, the gross profit the Trek made was £40.18 million, and if you look at the profit before tax, this was £19.6 million, and then of course they would have to pay the tax on that profit, so they ended the 2021 year with the profit of £8.17 million. So you see, definitely being in the bicycle business, it is a tough business because, for example, Trek went from a turnover of £157.5 million all the way to the profit of £8.17 million. And I think it's also very interesting to briefly compare this with the Specialized UK, so Specialized bicycles in UK, and see their numbers for the turnover and the profit. So these Specialized accounts, as are currently submitted, are a bit older than the Trek bicycle accounts. Therefore, I believe that for the Specialized, there in this statement of income, basically the accounting period is for the year 2021, and in that year they have made the turnover of 94.9 million. They had the cost of sales of 82.2 million, which leaves them with the gross profit of 12.67 million. So now compare this to the gross profit of Trek, which is 40.18 million in the same accounting period. So huge difference between Trek's gross profit and the Specialized gross profit. Also, when you look at the Specialized statement, you can see that the profit before taxation was 3.79 million pounds, and after paying the tax of 682,000 pounds, they ended with the profit for this full year 2021. The profit was 3.114 million pounds. In the same period, the Trek has made the profit of 8.17 million pounds. So that's a huge difference between profits of the Trek bicycles and the Specialized bicycles. Also, if we move a bit down the financial statement of the Trek, we can see some other very interesting numbers. For example, if we look at the cash at the bank and in hand, so Trek for the full 2022 year had 1.64 million cash at bank or in hand, which was definitely an increase a little bit from the 2021 year, where they had 1.53 million pounds in cash at bank or in hand. Also, it's interesting to see that the profit and loss statement for the 2022 year for Trek was 27.1 million pounds, which was of course a huge increase compared to the 2021 year, where they only had 2.17 million in profit and loss accounts. Also, let me just see some other very interesting numbers here in the financial statement for the Trek. For example, let me just see, where is that? I was looking at there were some numbers for the employee numbers and the salaries, which is also very interesting to notice in these financial statements for the Trek bicycles. So this is also very interesting. So for example, when you look at their total turnover, which was 163.2 million pounds in year 2022. Out of this, 111.7 million pounds comes from United Kingdom, and then the rest of the world, 51.5 million pounds. I'm not so sure what do they mean by rest of the world, because these are the financial accounts for the UK company. Maybe these are some kind of exports that they are exporting from the UK company. Also, we can have a look at the employee numbers and the salaries. So for example, staff costs for the full 2022 year were 9.12 million just for the staff costs, and this is increased from the 2021 year, where the total staff costs were 8.13 million for the Trek bicycles. Also, when you look at the number of staff, so the distribution staff plus the administrative staff, in 2022 year, Trek had 235 staff members in UK, which is a huge number. You will see when we compare it with the Specialized bicycles. So these are some very, very interesting numbers for the Trek Bicycle Corporation in the UK. Specifically, their turnover, their gross profit, their profit for the year. And now, briefly, as I was saying, if we just see some numbers for the Specialized bicycles in UK. So I was briefly mentioning here the turnover was 94.9 million in 2021. Cost of sales 82.2 million, which gives you 12.67 million in gross profit. And then out of this gross profit, when you pay all the other expenses, the Specialized has ended up with the profit for the year of 3.1 million pounds. Also, I'm looking here, cash at bank and in hand. Specialized had 2.88 million in the 2021 year, which was increased from 1.75 million in 2022. And as I was saying, the Specialized accounts are a little bit, lagging compared to the Trek Bicycle accounts. So I would expect the Specialized to update their accounts soon to show the turnover and all the financial statements for the 2022 year. Also, I have to mention here that profit and loss statement was saying 12.021 million for the 2021 year, and also for the 2020 year, the Specialized made 8.9 million pounds in profit and loss in UK. Let me just see, there's also interesting to see the staff numbers for the Specialized in UK and how much are the salaries of all the staff in UK. So, for example, when it comes to the salaries, remuneration of the directors of Specialized in UK, so for the salaries, 652k in 2021, and in 2020 this was 496,000 pounds, so definitely increased a little bit when it comes to the directors' salaries. Also, when it comes to the staff numbers, so sales plus admin staff, in total 48 people in 2021, so you see much less than 230 something for the Trek bicycles. And also for all the salaries, social security costs and pension costs, for all the staff, Specialized is paying 3.62 million pounds per year in 2021. So I think this was a very interesting overview of the real numbers. So considering, the turnover, gross profit, profit of Trek bicycles and Specialized bicycles in the UK. And definitely I'm looking forward to the, updated accounts of Specialized for the 2022 year, because they still haven't updated it on the company's house. So I think this is a bit, different episode from my usual episode, and I hope you like these numbers, because now we can really see how much money these companies are making in the UK market. So it's a good comparison. When the numbers come out for the 2023 year, then we can really see what was the effect of all this, slow sales in bicycles, because all these numbers were heavily influenced, for example, by the good seasons of 2021 and 2022, when the bicycle sales were very, very high. So this is going to be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, keep on watching, keep on liking, and as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Cheers!